Okay, so till now we are discussing about what are the types of pump, then what are the classification of pumps, then how we can use a particular pump for the application. Okay, so in yesterday's lecture we discussed about what is gear pump. So basically gear pump is the meshing or combination of pair of a gear, either mesh with internally or externally, which can suck oil from the reservoir and can transfer from one point to another point as per required application. Okay, so next type is the lobe pump. Okay, the working is similar to your gear pump, only the changes of revolving or rotating element. Okay, so in case of your gear pump, there are pair of gear which will mesh either externally or internally and which will suck the oil. Okay, but in case of lobe pump, there are different peripheral lobes are placed inside your casing. Okay, so here this is the periphery of lobe. Okay, just similar to your gear pump. Okay, only difference is that there is limited number of teeth. You can say that here is the teeth of your gear. So here three teeth. Okay, so again one is called as driver and second one is driven. Okay, the power is transferred from this one to this one, or in this case both the lobes are connected to the prime mover so that they can drive individually. Okay, so once it start rotating, again the cavity or the vacuum is created at the inlet port, which will suck the oil from the your reservoir and it will pass while revolving towards the discharge port from the direction of lobe and space between lobe and casing. Okay, very simple construction. So what are the advantages of your lobe pump? Okay, so if we consider the liquid, okay, so as I said, the dirtiest liquid, the slurry liquid can be transferred by using lobe pump. Okay, there is no metal to metal contact, then there is no need of such a long times of lubrication. So we can use this type of pump as a dry run also. Okay, then discharge is continuous. So just like your positive displacement pump or reciprocating pump, it will allow discharge in pulsating manner. Okay, in only 180-degree revolution of your crank. But in this case, the discharge is not pulsating. It will allow or it will continue discharging fluid from one point to another point. Okay. Again, it required timing gear. So to change the RPM of your pump, we require timing gear. Okay. Then sealing is required. Okay. So in this portion, the proper sealing is required to avoid to leak fluid from discharge to inlet port. Okay. Then it will reduce lift with the thin liquid. Okay, if the liquid is very thin, okay, according to your viscosity, okay, then it will reduce the amount of lifting height. Okay, so these are the disadvantages of your lobe pump. Then again, we can say that the lobe pump used in polymerization industry, paper coating industry, soap, then pharmaceutical industry, rubber industry, and food application. Okay, all the applications till now we discuss are near about same. Next is a vane pump. Okay. So vane pump. So first is your gear pump, then lobe pump. In those pumps, the constructional part are the constant. Okay. So we can say that there is fixed gear or fixed lobe. So we can't change this particular amount of or particular size of your gear or lobe. Okay. But in the vane pump, we can say that here in total casing, there is a rotor. On that particular rotor, the vanes are mounted. So vanes are basically slotted types of assembly, which is loaded with the spring. Okay, which is loaded with the spring. So when your pump start rotating, the vanes make continuous contact with your outer periphery, that is casing. Okay, so the green color shows the oil which is trapped between two vanes. This slotted portion is called as vane, and the black portion is the spring located to extract that particular vane towards the outside. Okay, so once your pump start rotating, this vanes makes continuous contact with the outer periphery or casing. Okay, and the oil is trapped will start moving towards the discharge port. Once it comes towards the discharge port, see the space between those two vanes is reduced at the discharge point. Okay, so the volume goes on decreasing so that your pressure is increases. Okay, so from that we can achieve the proper amount of pressurized oil. Again, your vane pump can be classified into 4 number of categories. Other fixed displacement, unbalanced vane pump. What is fixed displacement? Unbalanced. So unbalanced means your center point of your casing, the center point of your rotor, those 2 points are coaxial. Okay, so we can't change the eccentricity. Okay, the only thing is that your oil will come from the inlet point. It will trap between two vanes and which will move further by reducing the volume and discharge from the discharge point. And your spring will continuously at the expansion condition so that your vanes can make continuous contact with your internal side of casing, so that to avoid leakage. Okay, this is fixed displacement. The second one is a fixed displacement but balanced type of vane pump. So what is balanced type of vane pump? Once we change the eccentricity, okay, means if we change the center point of your rotor and center point of your casing, it will allow more amount of oil which will enter in between two vanes so that the maximum pressure can be achieved. Okay. Again, variable displacement. What is variable displacement? There is constructional changes. That means if we connect the screw on this casing, so which will allow to displace your casing either forward direction and the reverse direction by keeping your rotor fixed position. So what will happen? It will changes the amount of eccentricity. Okay, so we can make this type of pump as a balanced type or unbalanced type both. ओके, म्हणजे काय होणार आहे, एक स्क्रूची अरेंजमेंट जर मी त्यामध्ये ऍड केली केसिंगला, तर जसा मी स्क्रू रोटेट करणार आहे त्यानुसार तुमची केसिंग असेल ती फॉरवर्ड किंवा बॅकवर्ड डायरेक्शनला मूव्ह होणार. त्यानुसार मला किती अमाऊंट ऑफ इसेंट्रिसिटी पाहिजे इन शॉर्ट किती अमाउंट ऑफ प्रेशराइज लिक्विड पाहिजे ते कॅल्क्युलेट करता येईल. ओके, सो दिस इज द टाइप ऑफ वेन पंप. Okay, again, advantages of your vein pump. It will allow to handle thin liquid at relatively higher pressure. Okay, the thin liquid can be handled with high pressure. Then compensate of wear through vein extension. See what happen in case of your gear pump, low pump. Once the maintenance is scheduled, the total amount of gearing or total vein or total lobe needs to service. त्या केसमध्ये मला दोन्ही केसच्या सर्व्हिसिंग करावे लागतात. दोन्ही रोटेटिंग इक्विपमेंट आहे, एकमेकांना मेशिंग मध्ये असतात. सो देर इज अगेन द ऍक्शन ऑफ वेअर अँड टेअर. मग वेअरिंग मुळे काय होणार आहे, माझी जी काय सर्व्हिसिंगची कॉस्ट ती इन्क्रीज होते. तर या केसमध्ये जर बघितलं तर कॉन्टॅक्टिंग इलेमेंट फक्त वेन्स आहे, काही स्लॉटेड वेन्स आहे. सो इट इज क्वाइट इझियर टू रिप्लेस द वेन्स दॅन द होल गिअर असेंबली. Okay, it will again preferred for the solvent like LPG. Then it can be dry run for the short period. Okay, so if there is absence of any liquid or any oil, we can run this type of pump over the short period. Okay, then can have one seal. Okay, so there is no such a requirement of seal, and it can develop good vacuum. Okay, how, as I said, we can convert this type of pump into either balanced type or unbalanced type, means fixed displacement or variable displacement, so that the pressurize or pressure requirement can be vary. Okay, then can have two stuffing boxes. Okay, construction assembly is divided into two types, so it have two boxes. Then it will have complicated assembly. Okay, the vanes are placed on the rotor, which will expand once your rotor start rotating. Okay, so it is complex assembly. It cannot suitable for high pressure. So pressure range of this particular type of pump is between 75 to 125 bar. Okay, so the applications which require the pressure in between 75 to 125 bar, we can use the vane type of pump. Again, it is having efficiency between 85 to 90%. Okay, again, it is not suitable for high viscosity liquid and not good with the abrasive. Okay, abrasive means if any slurry liquid or dirty liquid which contain the abrasive particle. So in that particular case, we are not going to use the vane type of pump. Okay. Then the applications of your vane pump in propellant, then aviation service industry, then it is again used in auto industry. Then refilling of LPG cylinder in refrigeration unit. Okay, and water treatment plant. Okay. So next is the screw pump. Screw pump is used where we require large amount of flow with minimum pressure. So your screw pump can generate lower or lowest amount of pressure with high amount of flow rate. Okay, म्हणजे हा तुमचा मॅक्झिमम अमाउंट ऑफ फ्लो रेट अलाउ करणार आहे आणि त्याची प्रेशर जनरेशन कॅपॅसिटी असेल ती मिनिमम असणार. ओके, So it consists of basically pair of screw, okay, pair of screw, either left-handed or right-handed, okay. Then first one, your screw pair. So this is screw pair which connected by the timing gear. Here the prime mover is connected so that your power can transfer from this one to this one, which will allow to rotate both the screw. Okay. So timing pair. So it is mounted with the help of spindle. As I said, spindle mounted in the bearing. One is connected to your driver and driving shaft. Okay. This is either left hand side is threaded or right handed. Then timing gear. So timing gear are provided to maintain the clearance between meshing of both the screw. Okay. If there is any lag, then it will not going to generate the pressure. Okay. So to make continuous contact, the timing gear is provided. Then the total assembly is placed inside the housing. Okay. Which contain your suction and discharge port, then screw pair and timing gear. Okay. So what will happen when we start the pump? The driving screw it start rotating. Okay. And drive the another one which is connected by the timing gear. Okay. So your oil will enter from this inlet port or suction port, we can say that, and travel axially, which will enter from this port and travel axially along with the thread of your screw towards the center. Okay. But your oil will transfer axially only. It will not rotating. ओके. ते फक्त तुमच्या ऍक्सिस नुसार जो काही स्क्रूचा ऍक्सिस असेल त्या स्क्रूच्या ऍक्सिस नुसार सेंटर पर्यंत ट्रॅव्हल करेल इथपर्यंत. ओके. देन it will forcefully through this oil from the discharge port towards the application. Okay. Again, if you want to change the flow rate of this screw pump, we can change the speed of motor. So once the speed changes, your flow rate can be vary. Okay. So working pressure of this type of pump is about 250 to 400 bar. Okay. But this type of pressure range can be achieved with the help of either single screw pump or double spindle screw pump or 3 spindle screw pump. This is 2 spindle screw pump. Okay. So if you require large amount of pressure or the flow rate, we use 3 spindle screw pump. Okay. And it is again used in the hydraulic system like lifting equipment, then elevator, hydraulic press, crane. Okay. What are the advantages of screw pump? It is slow speed. Okay. Because as I said, we can change the flow of pump or the flow of oil by changing the speed of your rotor. Okay. So once the speed gets changes, it will only allow to suck oil at a faster rate and deliver it into faster rate. So it can generate the pressurized oil. Okay. Then it can pump the raw water. Okay, any slurry liquid or dirty liquid, we can say that a screw pump can handle that particular amount of liquid. Okay, there is no head required. म्हणजेच हा पंप असेल, हा पंप मिनिमम हेड वरती वर्क करतो. Okay, you know that what is suction head or discharge head. Then it has a long life. Then it has a high efficiency. Okay, so along with that, it is work with the silent operation. Okay, it will allow continuous discharge. Okay, and it can operate at the maximum speed is at 3500 rpm. Okay, so maximum range of this type of pump is 3500 rpm. Okay, then what are the disadvantages of screw pump? Cost of manufacturing is high because of close tolerances. Okay, so once your screw fail to make continuous contact with the another one, it will can't generate or can't flow the oil. Okay, so due to that, continuous contact is most important, and to maintain that, we required high cost. So if we change the viscosity of the fluid, okay, if we change the viscosity of fluid, it will fluctuate the performance of your pump. Okay, so it will work at a fixed type of viscosity fluid. Then this type of pump with the high pressure capability will require high pumping element. Okay, in previous slide I said that it required low head. Okay, but if we have to increase the pressure capability, so to deal with that we required high element or oversized element. So due to that, again, the overall costing and overall size of the pump can increase. Okay, then again, applications of your screw pump, it is used in basically or maximum times in the hydraulic system of your lift, elevator, press, crane. Okay, and in pharmaceutical industry, chemical processing plant, marine industry, okay, food industry, then fuel injection system. Okay, so those are the applications of your screw pump. So again, cam pump is not your syllabus. Okay, so these are the rotary types of pump. Okay, okay, so another part is the reciprocating types of pumps. Okay, so reciprocating pumps means just like your IC engine. Okay, so it will allow or it will work similar to your IC engine. So from one point, it will suck the hydraulic oil or hydraulic fluid. And, in another operation, it will compress. While compressing, it will forcefully remove it or throw it to the outside. Okay, and this type of pump will move the fluid using one or more oscillation. Okay, so in suction stroke, it will suck the oil inside to a cylinder. Then in compression one, it will compress, and once the compression stroke is complete, it will throw this type of or throw the oil towards the outside. Okay, it is simple in construction, either with the one cylinder or the four cylinder in some cases. Okay, either it is double acting or the single acting in operation. Okay, so what are the types of your piston pump? Sorry, reciprocating pumps. So first one, your piston pump. The piston pump is most simple type of pump. Okay, so where high pressure piston or the high pressure seal reciprocate with the piston. Okay, so types of your piston pump are lift pump, forced pump, then axial piston pump and radial piston pump. Okay, so this is lift pump. Okay, lift pump म्हणजे काय, आपण जे वॉटर असेल एका पर्टिक्युलर हाईट मधनं लिफ्ट करतोय. ओके, कन्स्ट्रक्शन जर बघितलं असेल तर जो काही वॉटर सोर्स असेल, वॉटर सोर्स इथे असेल, मध्ये एक नॉन रिटर्न वॉल असेल. ओके, सो वन्स वी start operating this lever, it will start moving this piston towards the upward direction, or it will start reciprocating this particular piston. So due to that, the water from this inlet wall will start entering towards this area, and it will allow to flow from this discharge port. Okay, then force pump. So in case of force pump, the upstroke of the piston, okay, upstroke of the piston draws water through the inlet wall, and once we start moving piston towards the downward direction, it will discharging this water towards the discharge port. So simply we are going to replace the water as a liquid or fluid or oil. So in this case, the operation is completed in the both the stroke, either upward or downward direction. But in this case, the discharge is only completed once your plunger or the piston will start moving downward direction. Okay, so while lifting upward, there is only inlet or suction stroke. Once your plunger start moving downward direction, it will allow to leave water from the system. So this is your force pump. Then axial piston pump. So this is your axial piston pump. Okay, so we can see that here is number of cylinder. So in this cylinder, the number of pistons are placed. So side view, inside view, here we can see that the cylinder barrel. In barrel, there are number of pistons. This is type of your piston. Number of pistons are placed. Okay, then all the suction strokes or suction wall are combined. All the discharge ports are combined. So what happens? There is swash plate. So by changing the angle of swash plate, we can change the amount of flow rate or amount of pressure capacity. Okay, म्हणजे त्या केस मध्ये एक सिलेंडर यूज न करता मी नंबर ऑफ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ सिलेंडर यूज केलेलं आहे. इथे बघा, ज्यावेळेस पहिल्याचा सक्शन स्ट्रोक चालू असेल, सिमिलरली त्याचे ऍडजस्टंट जे काही पिस्टन्स असतील ते समवॉट ऑफ डायरेक्शनला लिफ्ट झालेले असतील, म्हणजे त्यांचा कॉम्प्रेशन स्ट्रोक हा काही डिग्रीने कम्प्लीट होत असेल. ओके, ड्यू टू किंवा बिकॉज ऑफ इसेंट्रिसिटी ऑफ दी स्लॅश प्लेट. ओके, त्या स्लॅश प्लेट मुळे काय होतंय, कंटिन्युअस अमाउंट ऑफ डिस्चार्ज मला भेटतो, बिकॉज युअर reciprocating pump has a disadvantages like it will allow to pressurize or flow or supply the fluid in only 180-degree revolution of your crank. Okay, so discharge of reciprocating pump is not continuous, it is fluctuating type. So to deal with that, this type of axial piston pump are used so that it will supply the continuous amount of discharge without any fluctuation. Okay, so your axial piston pump has advantages over the other types of pump, like it has a high efficiency, it can generate high pressure, can create low noise, and it can handle high load at low speed application. Okay, then it has again disadvantages like it has a more cost as compared to your centrifugal pump and other types of pump. Okay, and again we are going or we are mounted number of pistons. Okay, so because of that there is more wearing and tearing, and again due to that reason there is service cost or maintenance cost is high as compared to other one. Okay, and they are again heavy in size. Okay, oil we can use in axial piston pump as mineral oil, then biodegradable oil, then oil which is soluble in water. Okay, then water and glycol combination, and synthetic ester. Okay, which can use for the cutting application. So the manufacturing industry we can use the axial type of piston pump. Okay, so most applicable area of this type of pumps in automotive sector or in hydraulic suspension control systems. Okay, then in jet engine, then in turbine application we use axial type of piston pump. Okay, then radial type of piston pump. This is similar to your vane pump. Okay, but only difference is that so instead of vanes the pistons are mounted. So again this is your rotor, this is your stator, then it is mounted with some of eccentricity. Here are the pistons, they are making continuous contact with the periphery by using this spring. ह्या जे काही स्प्रिंग असतील त्या ज्यावेळेस तुमचं रोटेट होणार आहे, सो इट विल स्टार्ट रिव्हॉल्विंग अलॉंग विथ दिस रोटर, आणि या दोघांमध्ये जो काही ग्रीन कलर दाखवलेला आहे दिस ट्रॅप्ड ऑइल, म्हणजे ऑइल ट्रॅप झालेलं असेल ते पण त्यासोबत रिव्हॉल्व होईल, आणि जेव्हा तुमचा डिस्चार्जचा पॉइंट येईल, इथं हा सक्शन आहे. ओके, डिस्चार्जचा पॉइंट येईल, त्या डिस्चार्ज पोर्ट थ्रू ऑइल असेल ते ऑइल बाहेर थ्रो होईल. दिस इज युअर radial type of pump. Okay, this is radial pump. So we can generate pressure up to 1000 bar. Okay, by minimum noise. So it is silent in operation, can tackle with a high load application. Okay. And there is no axial forces acting on a shaft. Okay. As it is revolving radial direction. These are the applications, advantages of your radial piston pump, which is similar to your previous case. Then oil compatibility and application range of radial piston pump. So maximum we can generate 1000 bar pressure, but can be used up to 70 bar pressure. Okay.